Hello, it's Thursday, August 26th. Happy tip of the Grant's Sound Advice coffee cup to you. Seems like I say the same thing every morning, but hey, you got to have a happy cup of coffee. A sad cup of coffee just isn't. Never mind. I got that a little hot. So Thursdays are always about what's a voice artist do for you. And first off, a little nod to Virginia backroads that I ride on my bike. And man, it's a gorgeous place to live. That's all I can say. Anyhow, the obvious. We do commercials. Yeah, you watch TV, you've seen a voice, or you've heard a voice artist. Some voices of course, Sam Elliott and others are just famous for doing voiceover work, and they get paid a lot of money. But some of us not so much, but that's all right. So commercials are probably one of the predominant places to make money in voiceover work. And companies look for a specific voice, a specific attitude, feel, vibe, all that stuff that you would appreciate. I was talking to a customer about another voice artist. We didn't feel my voice was right. He needed a lighter touch. And I suggested another voice artist, not thinking deeply. And he went and listened to his demos. Oh, he's too much like a wizard. I thought that was a fascinating look at it. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. But everybody knows what they want it to sound like, so why not? Take a moment, if you would, to like and subscribe, share the channel. Appreciate that. A little growth would be good. So let's talk about commercials. I've split it into four very loose ways that we can help. A lot of voice artists only record the voice, and that's great because maybe they're busy enough just doing that. I love doing the whole commercial. Now, obviously, if you get a contract from Ford or Sprint or somebody like that, all you got to do is the voiceover. They've got people that are putting together $20,000, $30,000 commercials, but I've not been there yet. I get there, right? So when I do a commercial, there are things that, the voice artist is the easy part, or the obvious part. Let's go there. It's the obvious part. You get a script, you record it. Maybe you give them 2 or 3 takes, a little more this, a little less that, or they've given you great direction. We want this pulled out. We want to make sure this. And many companies just say, you already know what you're doing, give it to me. And yet, while we know what we're doing, we may not be sure of the vibe, exactly what you want. And there's so many nuances. All that said. So here we go. So commercials, first is the concept. What are we going to talk about? I'm going to play a 30-second commercial here in a moment, one that I produced last spring, I think. It's for GXR Cycle and Repair. So first, know that this doesn't exist. I'm a motorcycle rider, and I just wanted a place that I could take my bike and get it fixed. And when I was in Florida, there was a bike shop like this. When I walked in, there was a guy that had to be 70, 75 years old. And he was the shop guy. I was talking to the owner, and I walked in to ask this guy a question. And on his 4x8 sheet workbench, he had an engine torn apart. And he was putting it back together. And he's picking up parts, talking to me. And, he'd look at it for a second, put that together, and pick up this part and talk to me. And I thought, there was not a manual around. And I thought, if my bike has ever got a problem, that's the guy I want working on my bike. He's probably torn down more engines than, whatever. That said, that was the concept I had in my mind. So first of all, I came up with a concept that for a place that didn't exist. Then I put together a storyboard. Well, what are the things that I'm concerned about when I'm on a bike? And so I put those together. And then I wrote the script. And then I recorded the script. And then I produced the commercial. And I think that's 5 steps. And there are probably many, many more, but I'm trying to simplify this for the presentation. And so then I went out and found the video and the audio and sound effects and things like that to all go with it, produce the spot, and this would be a 30-second commercial that someone could play on the air. And hopefully it would tug at the emotions of a biker to think, you know what, that's the shop that I want working on my bike, which is the point of a commercial, to get in someone's head. So here for a second, I'm going to play that for you.
When it's time to ride, when you want to go fast, Go slow. When you ride in the rain. When you have the wind at your back. When you just want to catch the sun. GXR Cycle and Repair. We'll keep you safe.
All right. So that's GXR Cycle and Repair. So like and subscribe to the channel if you would. Share with some friends. If you could use some help writing a commercial, storyboarding, conceptualizing, producing, recording the voiceover, think of grantsvoice.com. Hit me up at voicepro@grantsvoice.com. I'd love to record or produce your commercial. Have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow to wrap things up. Have a great day.